guys, welcome back to our channel, and today is an episode of cooking, and I wanted to show you what I'm making because it's something that I don't usually make. At least I haven't done this before, so I wanted to show you. So come join me. Hi guys, today I decided to make something that I haven't made before. We're gonna have lamb chops, and they're these teeny little cute little lamb chops, you know. I got these at Sprouts. They come 4 of these actually, and we're going to have them with these little mini potatoes, rainbow potatoes that they're called. We're going to boil them first, put them in the oven to get them crispy after they're boiled, and we're going to do some boiled carrots later on, just prepping everything. And then these are my ingredients that I'm gonna use for the potatoes as well as seasoning the lamb chops. And as you can see, it's a lot of stuff. You know, Italian seasoning, meat tenderizer, garlic, salt, parsley, onion powder, peppercorns. Actually, we don't need this one because we have the natural peppercorns, grapeseed oil, basil leaves, and salt. And then we have fresh garlic leaves that we're going to mince. And we're gonna use some butter with that as well, and we're gonna pour that, all of that, onto the lamb chops as well as the rainbow potatoes. So it's gonna be good. Okay, so now we're gonna start with the mincing, and we're gonna just cut these fresh garlic cloves up, the smallest you can get them. Just little teeny squares, and we are going to mix these into this bowl with some grapeseed oil and get that nice garlicky flavor into the oil so that it soaks into the meat and the potatoes. That's what you want. You want this to soak into your food so it can come real nice and good flavor. There we go. And I'm just doing a little bit extra. You know, you can definitely leave it like this. It's not a problem. But I just want to get the pieces a little bit smaller into the bowl. Okay, and we're going to add some oil. I'm adding a little bit extra because this is for both the potatoes and the meat. We're going to add some peppercorns. And if you don't have them like this, you can do regular pepper. That's not a problem at all. I just like being fancy. Okay, we're gonna add some parsley flakes. I love parsley. I feel like parsley gives everything such a homemade vibe to it. We're gonna add some Italian seasoning. And this has several seasonings in it. It's not just like one, it's a bunch of them. So that's gonna be good. And I think it has rosemary in it, which is the main ingredient that I wanted to have. And then we're gonna add the onion powder. Okay, a little bit of that. And we're going to add some dried basil leaves. One thing my mom taught me, because I was always her little helper in the kitchen, she would always pour first the dry herbs into her hand and she would mash them up like this. And she says that it releases the flavors and the scents of the herbs. All right, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Wonderful, wonderful. And this yummy mix is going to go on the meat, and we're gonna just put it on here and let it kind of soak into the meat while this is gonna sit in the fridge and just kind of soak in there. And then I'm gonna add separately on here meat tenderizer because I don't want that on the potatoes, but I do want it on the chops. And not a lot, just a little bit so that it can get that flavor. All right, so this is gonna stay in the fridge for a while until our potatoes boil. Now the water has boiled. I already added salt to the water, and I'm going to add the potatoes. And I'm just adding one by one so they don't splash in here. Look at how cute they are. They're little baby potatoes. And they taste just the same as a regular potato. There's literally no difference. The only difference is that there are different colors, like purple and red or pink, and then the regular potato color as well. We're adding those, and we're gonna let these boil until they get semi-soft, not too soft, because we're gonna put them in the oven and finish them. And right over here, I have my carrots. They're already turned on. Carrots are a little bit longer, take longer to get soft. And I'm gonna add just a little piece of butter into the water so that once the butter dissolves, the water and the butter together soak into the carrots, sorry. So our potatoes are done boiling, and they're just soft enough that when you poke them with a knife, the knife goes in, not super easily, but it's definitely soft that it goes in, right?
You want to show the knife?
Yes, I will show that actually. You know what? That's a good idea. So there you go. You see how the knife went in easy, but it's not super, 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 super soft. So that is the trick, not to let it overboil, because if the potato overboils, it's gonna, you know, disintegrate. So I'm gonna take out this water in our pan for the oven. And keep in mind, I've already turned on the oven. Because my potatoes are so tiny, I'm only doing it 400. But if you have large potatoes, this calls for 450. And this is preheating right now. Okay, so my babies are ready to go, and I'm going to squish them with the bottom of this cup, because you want them slightly squished so that they can get crunchy, and that they also can soak up. Look how pretty the purple color is. Isn't that interesting? And the oven is gonna finish cooking these, so I'm not worried if some of them are a little bit hard. You can see I'm not overly squishing them. I'm just kind of giving them like, sorry. I'm just giving them a once over. Sorry for the pounding, guys.
I think the yellow one are not boiled. Like, looks like the other ones are very easy to
boil.
Yep,
yeah, that's true. That's okay though. They're gonna finish
in oven.
Yeah, and we didn't want them because they're soft, but they're not like 100%. You know, that's what we didn't want, because then they'll overcook. Okay, so see how we got that, and we are going to pour the seasoning that we made earlier onto here. So this is gonna go on the potatoes. Oh yes. And because the potatoes are squished, the seasoning is gonna go very easily into the potato itself. So when it comes out, it's gonna taste wonderful. All right, I'm just adding little teeny pieces of butter here and there to the mix, because we're gonna do these for 30 minutes, but halfway through we're going to turn them over or shake them so that the potato is completely coated in all of that good juice. All right, so now we are going to put the potatoes in the oven. The oven is preheated, and we're gonna set these for 30 minutes. And in the halftime of the 30 minutes, 25 minutes, we're going to open the oven and turn them over so that they crisp evenly. There we go. And now, after this, we're going to start our chops, because the chops don't really take that long. So we're going to put these babies on the fire. This has already been heated up, so I added a little bit more oil in here. It doesn't really need it because, you know, it already has from the marinated. And surprisingly, most people don't cook these for very long, but I'm going to cook mine extra because Indians prefer their meat well cooked. So we're gonna do it like that. Getting all of this goodness on here. Flip these over. Wow. And we're gonna add some of the juices on top of this. And like I said, guys, I'm cooking these a little bit extra. But for a lot of people, they prefer, you know, their meat rare. So it's your choice how much you want to cook them. But so far, this is how it looks. Okay, guys, so we're going to flip these babies over. They've been in here for about 25 minutes. Or 20 minutes actually, but I just thought, okay, let's flip them anyways. Oh yeah. Woo! Look at these beauties. Oh yes, people. So that's our potatoes. Don't they look beautiful? They have a nice little outer crunch and they're still soft on the inside. They're wonderful. And we got our boiled carrots over here with a little bit of butter in them. And we got our chops. Like I said, I did them extra well done because my husband likes them that way. That's it, guys. This is our food. Woo! Alright, guys, so here's the final product. I chose to do carrots, but you can do any type of veggie. And this is maybe a special weekend dinner or, you know, just a date one. Enjoy.